It's humid out here. It is humid. Let's see if we put some tunes on for you. I don't know what type of music. Trying to find some lo-fi. Oh shit. So yeah, we out here in the park or whatever it's called. Not park, but we just chilling. Got it rolled up in a blunt and a joint. I was gonna roll back the bong and maybe the bowl and all that good shit, but nah. YouTube commercials, man. Y'all remember YouTube had no commercials? It's really quiet out here though. I rolled it in a fatty. Well, you all can't see it's a fatty, but this is like, I don't know, a regular big lighter. Not a regular one. Is it a regular one? It's a little thinner. Big lighter. The joint. I guess it's kind of big. I don't know. I'm over here. Now rolling this up. I'm gonna be real, y'all. Rolling this up. I take a shit and roll up. You know what I'm saying? While I'm taking a shit. Helps me remember, I'm rolling up in the house. Because this shit was pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like screaming in my face, but it's just, to me, it just has a really good smell and taste. And I think I've hit this before. I think I've smoked some Remedy, but I can't remember. It's probably in the channel. Who knows? Cheers. Let's go ahead and spark it up. And we gotta lick the tip. Yeah, it's gas. Just right away. It's gas. It's gas. Lung expansion, I feel it in the throat, the chest. Yeah. Good stuff. Uh-oh. I've been rolled too tight. I haven't been able to smoke roll the joint in a while. Yikes. I did roll a little too tight. I thought it was first in a long time. I think because of the shake, it's kind of like compacted already. It's already grinded and compacted it. So like when I did that shit, it really compacted it. That's probably the reason why it's doing that. Just try to loosen up the filter tip. Let's see if I can do that. Loosen it up. If you don't know if it's too tight, that's what you can definitely do to loosen it up. Just pull out the filter a little bit. See if I already unraveled. This is what I was talking about. That's why I'm like, these are not the greatest papers anymore. They're fun, but you can easily unravel them. There we go, get a little more smoke on there. They put a lot of weed in this though. Trying to compact it down. Probably not the best thing to do right now. For a shake. Mind you, I'm telling you, it was extremely sticky. Like I had to wash my hands afterwards, and they're still sticky. To where like I had to get rubbing alcohol just to get it off. It's crazy, right? They're like working in like the city. Got a little bit of red wine here. Pinot Noir, I think. I used to like, rosé like crazy, but now I'm like, I like red wine. I prefer wine over beer, honestly, to be honest. Because for some reason, wine makes me feel more classy, chill. Beer just gets me like I don't know, I get really like excited, but then like I'm out of breath for some reason. I don't know. It's really weird. I wonder what the side effects are. Because I'm not gonna lie to you right now, I don't really feel like talking that much. Like I'm cleaning my eyes too. Behind my eyes a little bit. I feel really chill though. Like, this makes me really just kind of like I just want to, sit back and just watch the clouds, the full moon, For some reason, this song reminded me of Randall, 1.5. I fucking love that show, that passion, honestly. I actually watch it a lot, more than I thought I do. I watch it, like, when I got nothing else to watch and type shit. They got it on Tubi, but Tubi's animes are not dubbed. I don't like dubbed animes. Everybody's like sub, but I think we're kind of over that era. I think sub animes were the shit because back in like the 90s, we didn't have access to like new anime, and then when people started getting internet access, through computers and shit, it was like watching sub was like, oh, you haven't seen Dragon Ball GT or you haven't seen, you know what I'm saying? So people were like, oh shit, like, you can see some Sailor Moon episodes. Like, you're in Japan, bro. They're fucking like these new episodes, like they're like 5 seasons ahead or something, So people were like, shit, let me go on the internet. And whoever had the internet would watch that shit. So yeah, this really got me chill. There's certain CBDs, I'm not gonna lie, where it's like when you smoke that shit, you're like, yeah, this shit got me fucking chilling. And this is kind of what I need right now. I'm not gonna lie. I really need like a feel good, chill plant right now. The THCA was like giving me too much. It was like I was too fucking high. So I think some CBD and shit, to just chill. Some really good CBD. I came out in high school, like senior year of high school for me. That's when Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg made that song called French in Hell. Holy shit. I remember listening to that song with my friends smoking and shit like a motherfucker all the time, bro. That was my shit. Yeah. CBD to me goes good with a lot of good things. It goes good with tobacco. It goes good with wine, liquor. That liquor. Man. And I really miss the indica too. Like I really miss smoking indica. Like when I was in Austin on my little trip, or my backpacking journey, it was like, dude, I would be smoking fucking like the shit out of fucking sativa Delta 8. Like that was my shit. Then I fucking moved up to HHC and shit, and even THCA when I was over there. I got like a glimpse of it. I heard that they were about to ban it, but I'm like, fuck that, I'm not gonna ban that shit. I personally don't think they're not banning it because they said it before about Delta 8. But like, I mean, what the fuck? And I was thinking like, if they do ban it, oh well, fuck it. Like, I don't care, you know, because I'm not gonna be smoking my weed like going to the plug and all that shit no more. Like, they stop that shit. They stop that shit. I don't even care. I mean, if I got a chance to make more money, you know what I mean? If I get a chance to make more money, we're gonna have a pizzeria. I'll definitely take it. So I don't care. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. Just because it's like weed is not like my life, I don't really care about that shit. To be completely honest, like weed is not my life. Like I don't care about that shit at all right now. And also, I also know that like if I really wanted to smoke some weed type shit or whatever, like it's I was really like, man, like, you know, I think I'll just move to a different state, really. Like that's just legal. Well, because it's like I don't like. Because you know, it's probably just not the vibe for me, you know. So I moved to a state where I know I can find like go to the dispensary, give me some weed. Fuck the bullshit, you know. Well, it seems like a lot too. Like I want to move to another state. Well, I don't want to live in Texas anyways. To be honest, like for the rest of my life type shit. Like I feel like I'm not really living my life. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. I just want to see the world, anyways. So I feel like in my travels, in that I'm gonna end up going to a place where I can smoke some weed. It's not gonna matter like that. That's another thing too. When you're smoking outside and all that good shit, make sure that the ember doesn't fall off onto your fucking gym shorts. Because you don't want to have that one hole in your gym shorts. Because you're a fucking stoner. Like I noticed that shit. Every time I get shorts, I end up doing that shit. That kind of small burn hole. Like fuck me, not these ones. Since we're chilling smoking, I'm gonna talk about something else. Switch it up on you. Right now, I just finished watching Jason 6. No, excuse me. Number 6 or 7. I think it's Jason 7. Sorry. Friday the 13th 7. A New Beginning or something like that. I was watching that shit. Like, so far in the Friday the 13th series, you know, from like the 80s and shit, those movies, I really like to see at like the first movie, because it's a classic. I mean, hold on, straight up, because it's a classic. You know, the second movie, because the way it follows up the first movie really well. You know, we see Jason like wearing. I feel like he was more scary wearing what he wore in the second movie. That fucking like old ass KKK type of fucking like mask and shit. I think it was like one hole in that bitch and shit. You know what I'm saying? Where I was looking and shit, he's big as fuck in like the fucking overalls and shit. Like that shit was scary as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because Friday the 13th is like one of the old movies that just scare the shit out of me more than any other movie. I feel like I haven't watched an old movie from the 80s or whatever or 70s that I was just like, oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Like I actually like watch them just like, oh shit, I'm like low key scared. I think it's the suspense that gets me. Yeah, these are one of those strains. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to Austin. Remember when I made it to Austin? I had those videos of CBD I found on from the smoke shops, and I miss that shit. Anyways, and it was some Incredible Hulk. The CBD was Incredible Hulk. This is how I fucking feel about that shit. This is that shit right here. It has a same like vibe. It just really hits really well. I think that's a higher percentage of THC. So this is supposed to be 0.3, the past farm bill. This was 0.5. So there's some THC in here. I think probably that's what's giving me like the high or the buzz I'm feeling. There's more CBD than THC in here, for sure. Sorry, I'm scratching a lot. I haven't taken a shower yet after work and kind of sweaty and sticky. Also, it's kind of humid out here, Houston weather. Anyways, you see all that residue on there? That shows you it's dank. It's not just like some grass. Like, this shit's actually like dank, man. When I was breaking it down or whatever, like those big chunks, and really just getting the stems out, to be honest. And kind of breaking up the smaller, decent popcorn buds to like, you know, be grounded well and fine. It was like, man, like my hands were sticky. I had denied it to myself. Dude, this ain't sticky. No, that shit was sticky. Afterwards, my hands were just covered in that shit. So, yeah. You keep on going out on the wall. It's hard to like. Anyways, let me finish that thought first before I get to the thought. So yeah, like Friday the 13th, the second movie was fucking bomb. The third movie to me was kind of weird because I felt like they were trying to follow up like from the second movie, but it really started that, I don't know if it's a franchise or just a franchise. It started that franchise. It started that, like the whole, you know, lore we know about Jason in the sense of just like, if you've never seen a Friday the 13th movie and you just kind of know of it because of pop culture or popular culture, you know, I definitely would say that movie's the one that started that shit. Like, because in that movie, that's where it got like, he can withstand anything. He just keeps on coming and coming and coming. And it was mostly to make him look like a ghost. Like he's just a spirit or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that movie is really the movie that did that. You know what I'm saying? It made Jason look like he was just a supernatural being and shit. It really gave him his props on that movie, the third one. You know, but I didn't like it because of that shit. It made it kind of weird. That's when he first got his mask, and so you know what I'm saying, the hockey mask. So I really didn't like that movie. I kind of felt like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like he killed everybody, right? That's the thing I do love about Friday the 13th. It was just these movies he just comes in, they just start killing everybody. And you know what I'm saying? One by one, taking them all off until they get to this final girl or final guy or whoever the fuck, you know, couple or whatever, right? The final person. And you know, for some reason, this motherfucker's hard as fuck to kill. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird too. It's very like horror house. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, like it's like I don't know, 5 people at a house. Jason just knocking them off one by one, all sneaky leak. You know what I'm saying? He just all sneaky and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just come in the shower and shit, hide in the bathroom and shit. And he's over fucking like chilling. Next thing you know, he just like grabs their mouth and shit, just like snaps their fucking neck. You're like, what the fuck? Oh shit, that shit was sneak. You know what I'm saying? But then like. These bodies everywhere, and there's always a body that somehow falls out of a tree or out of a closet somewhere. Like, what the fuck? Why can't you put these motherfuckers underneath the bed or some shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hide them like on the roof over the fucking counter. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I don't get this shit. It's weird, and they fall and they just be like, oh my god! And it's like, this what the fuck? You know? And then that's what makes it weird. Like, and then it's like ordinarily it was quiet and peaceful, normal, right? Like it is now. Normal, quiet. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, he killed all these people, and then like the final girl is just, she can't find her fucking friends. They're like, they're just not there, and then she's just like, what the fuck? She just freaks the fuck out. Susie, Rob, where the fuck are you guys? What's going on? I'm thinking like, okay, Jason, this person's alone. You ain't gotta sneak and shit. I don't know how you fucking up. Like, first of all, where the fuck are you? Are you even hiding? Or are you just like watching them? Are you like behind the curtains? Like, what the fuck? It'd be weird like that, right? Like, it's just weird, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, he'll just be like, not there. And you'd be thinking, like, where the fuck did this motherfucker go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody sees spying on him and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, that final girl, she starts yelling out her friends' names and she's, Susie, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Where are you guys? This is bullshit. And I'm thinking, if he wants to get a motherfucker, then is the time to get a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, fucking, and then, like, he ends up trying to get them and shit, and it's like, either the two things he does, he, like, throws a fucking dead body and shit, or he leaves a dead body, or he just busts out of there into that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'll just bust into the fucking door like fucking Superman, like, SWAT, and you're like, oh, shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, shit. Like, low key, though, he just busts in there, you know what I'm saying? Like the Kool-Aid man and shit. Oh, yeah. You're like, what the fuck? He just bust through the fucking door? And then it's like, or he'll throw a fucking body through a fucking window and shit. A whole fucking body. Like, what the fuck, bro? Or he'll, like, squish somebody's face in with his bare fucking hands. Like, get the fuck out of here. But then, like, for some reason, the little girl, some small female, is on somehow, she's like, gets a bat and it's like, oh, fuck that. And then it starts fucking, da. And Jason's just like, oh, shit, sorry. Oh, he just gets ass with it and you're just like, Jason, get your ass. What the fuck? You just smashed somebody's face in with your bare hands. And you finna tell me that this chick is literally hitting you with a rake and you fucking falling down. This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you feel like, Shit, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, how you doing that shit, Jason? Fuck up. What is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? You took more licks than this. So somehow they overpowered this motherfucker. And then it's just like this cat and mouse thing where he's like, they gotta run away. And you know what I'm saying? It's just weird like that. But I did like so the first two had more story. The third one was more like, we just want a slasher flick, you know what I'm saying? Let's get the guy that everybody knew because the story was fucking great. And it was like, I guess whatever. The fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth one were all connected enough because they have one character. And, I kind of feel like there was like some Child's Play, Chucky type shit thing going on with this one character in there, this boy, I forgot his name. But like in the fourth, fifth, and sixth movie, he was in it as a fucking like kid, a teenager, as an adult, so it was kind of cool. So that's what made that movie the shit. But I feel like the fifth movie was like way more like cool. It's weird because like the fourth movie was like, man, and when this kid came in there, mind you, no cursing or not like talking about sex and trying to be mature and all this weird shit, right? So that was kind of cool. Seeing kids, like child actors in a movie for adults that's not like, necessarily like, yeah, what the fuck, dude? I watch porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to, that shit's weird. I don't know what the fuck. This generation is gonna be fucking weird, but anyways, just being a fucking kid. What the fuck, worried about science fiction shit and like watching cartoons and shit. I'm a kid shit. I'm not trying to be an adult. Have weird shit. I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, so I just felt like the kid killing Jason and all that shit, and that's another problem. What the fuck? Fucking kid. I just feel like it was weird, I don't know. I just felt a weird vibe from it, especially at the end when he was just like, when he saw Jason get back up and he was at the machete, he was just like, die, die. And then the fucking mom was like, Tommy. I'm like, bitch, like, what the fuck you on time? Like, bitch, you better grab that shit your motherfucking self. You be like, give me that shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But you know what I'm saying? Like, watching the fucking little boy and to be like, die. And you think he's fucking crazy. What the fuck? This nigga just got the fuck back up. You should have grabbed that shit and been like, Nick, what the fuck? You should have been kicking it too. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, you know what I'm saying? The fucking fifth movie I feel like was my favorite movie. Not really. I would say that was like really nice. That one was nicely done because you know in that movie Jason wasn't really in that movie. You know, somebody's just playing Scooby Doo shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he dressed up as Jason to scare everybody away from the lake. Type shit, but you know that shit was pretty good. It was alright. I felt like it was just good because the main character was in the movie, but he wasn't like important. If that makes sense. And I just like the way like in that movie, I ain't gonna lie, I liked it because there was a black kid and another kid character, and he was black. That was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot his name, but the guy that played in Juwanna Man, he was in the movie, and it was like the 80s, and he had like a jerry curl. I just kind of felt like that shit was kind of cool too, to see a younger version of him, you know, in the movie. And just to see a dynamic with like some Negroid ass niggas, like that little black boy and his grandpa and all that shit, they some niggas. And those white kids were some white motherfucking kids. Like, you know what I mean? There was no, like, you know how, like, I guess nowadays you'll see, like, black and white people kind of doing the same shit. Like, especially in the early 2000s movies and shit like that, right? But it's like, motherfuckers was black. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was black. They was really white. And it was, like, cool to see them, like, together, you know, and not, like, I don't know, you know? It was kind of cool seeing that shit. Like, okay. It was interesting, you know? But anyways, I also feel like that movie was that's where it showed a lot of Jason's like power of him, just his resilience of just getting the fuck back up, and that shit was interesting, you know. It was really interesting, and especially the fact that it's like the kid, like it was going through that like I'm gonna bit my tongue. The Chucky, I gotta bit my tongue. The Chucky vibes, you know. Where Andy like went to boot camp and he thought he saw the doll. He was having like fucking PTSD type shit. I like the fact that the character was going through that, the little boy character. Oh shit, that shit gone now. Make it fun. I was gonna save that shit too. Fuck. Maybe I might find it. I found it. But yeah, I'm gonna save this for later. See what I can do with that. Now the Della Creme. The Blondie. It'll take a little longer. Hopefully it's not too tight. Cause I mean, goddamn, that would suck. I think it is too tight. Or that has a hole. No, I think it's just too tight. Yeah, it's probably a little too tight. I'm not used to rolling the shake. That's the reason why. Let's see. Start from the middle. We're trying to squeeze some out here. Yeah. I think it's just a little too tight, probably. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that what was it, the fifth movie was like pretty cool, you know. And then you know, because like the black kid wasn't so heroic, he was kind of like a regular kid with the shit. Like the guy, I ain't gonna lie, he was on some fucking Rambo shit, shaved his head off and all that shit. But anyways, um, I felt for the black kid. I just didn't want him to die. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, oh shit, don't die, bro. Like, don't kill fucking. What I was thinking was, this is what I was thinking for a while. I was thinking because you know the whole Jason lore, right? Like, does he kill fucking kids? And like, I still don't fucking know because the way the writers wrote the shit, you don't know if he's coming in there to kill the fucking kids or he just busts in that hole and saw a fucking kid. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what his motive is with the kid. Like, you know, he doesn't like teenagers because they were having sex while he was getting drowning and shit. You know, and like he blames the world and other people for like, you know what I'm saying, the world for killing his fucking mother and shit. You know, you get that's the kind of the motive, but like you don't really get it when it comes to children because you're like, okay, it's because he was a kid. You know, it's like Batman shit. Like if it was because he was a kid, then like wouldn't that make sense for him to like not want to kill kids? But like you can't really tell because every time he gets around kids, they're like, "Oh hell no!" Nah. And they fucking like, you know, and they whip his ass, or they're like, "Jason over here, motherfucker! No, leave him alone." You're like, okay, so is he like not fuck with kids? Like you don't really know, like to this day, you know. And I would like to believe he doesn't fuck with kids like that. He doesn't kill kids, but like he was attacking the little boy and like grabbing the little boy. So like I don't know, right? Like I guess he fucks with kids, right? I guess he kills kids too. I don't really know. But anyways, so yeah, um, what's gonna call it? See what like now. So that yeah, we're in business. But yeah, so the sixth movie was really fucking cool to me. That was like I don't know, it just had so much more. I don't know, something about the sixth movie to me was just like that was like just it was just oh this is nice. This is like tasty. This is like fun, you know. I just felt like the character came back. He was an adult. You know, I feel like the beginning part was kind of stupid as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna fucking get back and I'm gonna fucking dig up this motherfucker and fuck with him in his grave because fuck him. I'm thinking, bro, what the anything you could have been doing, bro, with your life, you did this shit. That shit was kind of fucking lame. But it was good to see like time go by. It was good to just see like the area, Camp Crystal Lake, change its name and shit because you know the situation. So that was kind of cool, you know. But what really got it for me was when I don't know, it's just like Jason's back. You know what I'm saying? It was like Jason's back. Oh shit. You know what I mean? It gave so much more like oh shit nostalgia. If that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, it's like Jason was back, and the motherfucker was like fucking ready to fucking murk people and shit. And I feel like he murked the most people in that shit right there. I felt like he was on some Rambo shit after that shit. I don't know, like a part of him was like angry and shit, dude. You know, because he was like, he's after me, you know, because I killed him. So like, you know, when dude like did that shit, it was like, what the fuck? Now it's moving. But lemon mango blunt with this gas. Mm. I usually don't like CBD in a blunt, but like this was hitting in a blunt. If you don't cough like that with CBD, then you don't have good CBD. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh shit. Some water. Condensation on my phone. My wife's been on the whole time. What the fuck? But yeah. Fucking what else happened in the movie and shit? I just like the movie itself all the way. It was just really nice and cool, because like the scene where like after he killed him and he was just like back and shit. And that motherfucker saw the motherfucker and he was like, oh shit, and then ran off with the fucking cops. And then I feel like the way he handled that was like, see, it's like I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it was just the culture back then, like the '80s and shit. Like I feel like it was nowadays. They made the same movie, right? Like he would never came in there. He'd have been like, I just feel like it was, I just feel like he should have came in there a little more like, excuse me, can I speak to somebody and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like not on some like chill shit, but just come in there and just like, I know else is in the fucking sound. I know I sound fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the 8-legged freaks and shit. Like, he was just like, I know this on the floor of that shit. He was like, that shit was funny as fuck, low key. But he was, but he was like, running the scene from like 8-legged freaks. But he was on top of the tower and shit. And he was just like, is this the U.S. Marshal? She's like, yeah, it's the U.S. government and shit. He's like, please, we need the army, the SWAT team or some shit. I know this is gonna sound. I know this sounds crazy. I'm not crazy, but our town is being attacked by giant spiders. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, sir, this is a fucking serious line. She's like, I'm gonna hang up. He's like, please don't hang up. They're here. They're here. And he started freaking out. It's the invasion. Like, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker just came in the shit fucking just like, bro, what the fuck? We gotta fucking go out there. I need all your guns and shit, guys. We gotta fucking kill Jason. Jason's back alive. And I'm like, bro, you really expect him to fucking like believe that shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, I'm telling you the truth. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you not like, I feel like he just didn't come in there with like, like, hey, I need your help, guys. Like, I know what it sounds like. It sounds crazy. I feel like, bro, at least like prepare these motherfuckers. You just like coming in at home fucking tripping, bro. I never thought you were on drugs or tripping and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck, bro? They don't believe you because of that shit. I don't really feel that way because he, like, I think the first people he murked was his fucking friend. Then he murked like 3 more people and shit. A chick and like 2 other dudes, right? Doing some playing paintball, shit, playing paintball guns and shit. Playing in the fucking goddamn forest. You killed them motherfuckers. He just killed like people that just random people. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfucking couple just like chilling in the woods and shit, having a motherfucking picnic and shit. A little date at night, like tonight, like not like this the full moon and shit. And these motherfuckers just like do that shit. You're like, what the fuck? Like you just murder people for just being in the area. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this motherfucker here, man. But you made it nice and cool because like you're like, oh shit, he just fucking killed these motherfuckers. You know. So that was kind of cool, like, the most. And I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I liked about the movie. A lot of kills, so it made it like, oh shit, how he kills and all that shit, like, with no words, no explanation, no talking. It just made that shit, it's like what you want to see. You want to see the gore, you want to see the horror part, you want to see the fucking, oh shit, the shock value, Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, compared to fucking Friday the 13th, I watched all those series too on HBO Max. It's like, fuck no, which is Max now, but yeah, because now they got it categorized as horror comedies, and I'm like, but he's never really been a comedy. It's almost kind of like fucking Nightmare on Elm Street is like a motherfucking like sophisticated Goosebumps or some episode or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? I remember the part with Freddy's back. I was like, oh shit. I remember this shit when I was a kid and shit, but then I'm just like watching it and it's just like, bro, that motherfucker. That was like the only part that was cool when he fucking sing and they fucking motherfucker. I was like, oh shit, that shit got real. But after that, it was just like I just felt like it was a lot of comedy and the deaths became more elaborate and weird compared to the first one. It was weird. I felt like a lot of weirdness was just there. It was too comical. It was too, like, theatrical. I felt like Freddy was not being scary, or just creepy in general. He was being, like, I hate to say it, but he was being fucking weird, bro. It wasn't even, like, psychopathic, like, quirkiness. It was just, like, weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Making people do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, what the fuck? I mean, it was on the prime time, bitch. Like, like, Freddy, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? Do some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do some real torture-y shit. Like, that's what I would like to see you do. Like, tie somebody up and shit. And then, like, slice off her fucking nipples with your fucking goddamn shit. Like, I would like to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, one scene, they got this motherfucker chopping up his own motherfucking finger and shit. You know what I mean? The fake ass blood squirts out and shit. He's just like smiling and shit. But that shit's not cute, nigga. The fuck? Like, that shit look lame as fuck. I want you to do it to yourself. I want to see you do it to somebody else, bro. That's the whole point about it. You know, it's like, that shit was lame. You know? But like Friday the 13th, part 6, just had the story round up itself. You know, I just like the fact that that character was in there. You know, the girl, love interest and shit. I just like how she was like, I don't know, I just like how the dynamic for the dad, sheriff, and like the daughter and shit. It was like, started trying to like, it's just, you know, she saw this dude and she was just like, he's kind of cute. And then she like trying to fuck with him. And it was like, bitch, really. I'm thinking about this dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, it's not a game, you know? And like, until like it got real, then she was just like freaking out, like, Daddy, where are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this bitch. And, you know, the dad was trying to be disciplinary, but she was just rebellious as fuck. And it was like, this bitch right here fucking it up for everybody in the club. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So we started yelling his motherfucking name and shit. You know? And then I watched just the terrain. I don't know, man. Just as I started looking at the terrain or the area, it's like, you know, I'm from the city type shit. I mean, you know, I've been in the cabin in the woods type shit before. You know, it's like church when I was a kid and shit, like Sunday school and shit, retreats and all that, Catholic school. But like, dude, like, the fuck? That shit's fucking scary. Like, I would not want to be all the way out there, you know? And it's just, you know, all those type of homes and shit. You see homes in like the country and shit. That shit looks scary. Low key. That shit looks scary. Because it's like, bro, you all the way out there, though. Like, especially the ones in those woods. Like, fuck no, bro. Hell no. You know, if it was like a cabin, like it was a lake house, that'd be different. A lake house, I could fuck with a lake house. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about those cabins, bro, where like you open up your fucking window to your room type shit, and it's like not right outside, but like there's like dirt, right? Dirt trail maybe around the house type shit, right? And then there's just basically just bushes and shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh hell nah, bushes and trees, and it just goes bushes and trees for like miles. Like, fuck that shit. You know, the fuck? Hell no. I'd be goddamned if I was in that type of situation. Anyways, so yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So the daddy was like, fucking like, not my fucking daughter, because Jason was about to go to her, and he tried to fight this nigga. He was also Dragon Ball Z shit. He was also wop 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 wop. You know what I'm saying? He was not my fucking, he's like, not her. And then like Jason was like, bitch, get the fuck off, bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was like, filling out like Power Rangers and shit, just you know what I'm saying? Next thing you fucking know, I don't even remember. Like Jason just fucking murked him fucking real quick. And she's all freaking out because she's like, oh no, people are actually fucking dying. And it's like, but she's a fucking cop. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I get it though, you know? It's fucking, it's backwoods, it's the country. It's like, type of shit. Like, ain't nobody over there, you know? You know, so they don't probably deal with a lot of, like, crime or something like that, you know? A serial murderer. Basically, you know? That's like, what the fuck? You know? Like, if you think about it, that's where all the cops are, you know? Like, what the fuck? They were not prepared. They weren't ready. They really weren't. I just like, one scene, I think about a cop had a light on fucking Jason. He had a fucking light. And you think about it, bro. If you had a light flash in your face, bullshit. Jason fucking hits this motherfucker with a knife on some fucking Rambo shit. He fucking just like, and that shit flew right in this motherfucking forehead. I said, what the fuck? That's when I was kind of like, my mind was like, oh shit, like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt like this shit, like for real, like, in the back of my mind, watching shit like, okay, motherfucker, goddamn, Jason, motherfucker got skills and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers Rambo and the fuck out of these motherfuckers and shit. He ain't just killing these motherfuckers. He like fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? He fucking Fast and Furious type shit. You know what I'm saying? Vin Diesel and motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing fucking impossible shit. I'm like, this motherfucker ain't here, bruh. So that shit was kind of cool. I like the romance between them a little bit though, because I just like how she was kind of like, "Ha, you're cute" and shit, and he was just like kind of using her to be like, "Bitch, let me get your car, bitch. Let me fucking do this shit. Try to fucking do this shit." I kind of like that aspect of it too. Um, like I said, the kids too, because you're like, okay, but he didn't go out, he didn't kill the kids, he didn't like he could have fucking been busted in the motherfucking room, right? He could have been busted in the room and fucking killed the kids, especially when the girl saw him and shit like the first time, right? Which mind you, that's why I don't like I can't be over there like that because that's just fucking scary. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no, because I'm thinking about his wild animals and shit. You know. So that's that. And then you have what's gonna call it? So then you got I don't remember the part where I just like the ending, how he died, where they had to bury him where he was at. It was very like, you know, it did him justice. It did Jason justice. I felt like all that shit was just like, okay, yeah, this is what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so, Ian, I hate to say it, what kind of rounded up for me was the fucking song at the end. I actually fucking like ended up downloading that song for how it goes and shit. I'll play a little bit if I can find it real quick. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, this is the song right here. This all came on at the end. It's a little video on YouTube. This all came on and shit. Jason lives. I was listening to this shit. I was like, hold on, what the fuck? I like 80s music, you know what I'm saying? It's very kind of industrial, electronic, industrial. You really get mad at somebody hitting the fuck up something. Just... Behind the mask, anything's out of control. He's right. The man behind the mask, and he crawls out of his hole. That's how I feel like myself. I feel like this is me. That's how I started feeling this shit. That's how I feel. I feel like Jason the biggest fuck and show up and shit. People are like, what the fuck? I don't say shit because I'm introverted. It's weird as fuck. Just like, what the fuck? Come on, like this. The moon's full tonight. Hey. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I really liked you know, playing shit like that. You know. So I got the soundtrack now. But yeah. Hold on.
You can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning to.
But yeah, so I was watching that. I just watched the seventh one. The seventh one was a little too weird for me because the girl had telepathy and it was like she could fucking move shit with her mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like she killed her fucking dad, and obviously it was like right where Jason fucking was at, surprisingly. And somehow she like bring motherfuckers back to life. It was just really fucking out of whack. I feel like, and kind of unnecessary. You know, the story like that happened. I feel like the story behind it all was a little too much. Like I like the whole aspect of people just being normal as fuck, and like you know what I'm saying. This weird ass motherfucker comes in the situation, but I feel like that's where it turned for the worse. I feel like they were like, we got something here, and they wanted to make some more money off of the Jason idea. And so they were just like, fuck it, like let's fucking just do this shit. Like we can do whatever we want. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They just want to see Jason fucking kill a bunch of people and shit at this point. So they were like, yeah, fuck this shit, let's do this. And so I think that's what happened, because I just felt like that shit was really out of whack. Like, he was like, you know, her boyfriend or whatever the fuck I was interested in was like, oh, you moved that object. Wow, that was you. Like, he was shocked, but I just felt like, it's like, bro, what the fuck? I feel like in real life, you know, like at least nowadays, they'd be like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? No, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're not saying shit. Why aren't you not saying shit? What the fuck was that? Do you know anything about that shit? You know, but like, he just like, completely was just like, ooh, that shit moved when you fucking had a fucking spasm and shit. That shit's you, bitch. And I'm thinking like, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, how does he know? You know what I mean? Like, to be sure, you know? It was just weird. Because she had powers, but I guess, I mean, in Jason's world, it makes sense. I mean, Jason's supernatural, right? So that was, like, kind of the weird part about it. I didn't like about the movie. And I also feel like it was kind of rushed. I feel like there was no, like, how to explain it? I just feel like there was no dynamic. There was no, like, oh, like, this situation, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like we should have saw her in the city where she lived before her mom and the therapist came back to. I'm talking about the seventh movie now. You know, came back to like Camp Crystal Lake area, because these motherfuckers literally got this. Like these motherfuckers were literally like they had a house right where Jason was killed. So you know for a fact that's where Camp Crystal Lake was. And that's I'm like, the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. You kind of feel like, bitch ass niggas, y'all ain't like secure that shit. That shit wasn't secured. Why the fuck? You know, a part of you feels that way. All the bodies this motherfucker then dropped. That motherfucker was still alive at the end, bro. He didn't tell the police or some shit. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But this is before the internet, so I can't really say, you know what I'm saying? For sure. That's what I felt like. I was like thinking in my mind, like, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, I don't know, you know? It's just weird. I like the cast though for some reason. I just feel like they were like interesting characters. Like they were like pretty people, I felt like, basically. They weren't like super interesting people, but they were like pretty and diverse and different, and like they had moments where I was just like the black couple was having sex in the car. I feel like that shit was kinda cool. I don't know why. I feel like they're both really hot. You know, yeah, that's what I feel like. A lot of people were hot in this movie. You know, I feel like one girl, like brown hair, I thought she was really fucking cute. I like how this ugly girl, the nerdy girl, like try to like make herself look hot. And I hate the fact that she ain't get no dick yet. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, you know, she was trying to get cool. She was trying to put some niggas. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get some dick. You know what I'm saying? But she couldn't do it before Jason fucking killed her. That was fucked up. I felt like that was actually fucked up. I was like, that's fucked up. She really was like, I forgot what happened. I think one of the girls was like, you're never gonna get a man because you're fucking ugly, bitch. And she was like, you know, she looked like she was younger too. And I was like, oh. And then she went to she went in the room and she dolled up. I ain't gonna lie. She was looking kind of, yeah. Like, look, oh, a little deviled egg and shit. You know what I'm saying? With bacon and shit. You know what I'm saying? She was looking good, and I was like, okay. She's like, I'm killing him. Like, I was like, yes, bitch. You'll get yours. You'll live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, bitch. You know. That's how I felt like, yes, bitch. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? She got murked. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, it's some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers in that whole, like, I ain't lying. I think about it. In, like, even the fifth movie, motherfuckers is like, I'm a fucking virgin. Ah! I was like, damn, fucking Jason sacrificing virgins and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways. So, yeah. Motherfuckers was sacrificing virgins and shit. But it was all good, though. You know, because shit, I don't know. It was good. I like that shit. You know, that's all the movies I watched so far. I'm gonna watch all the movies and shit. I've been on a horror movie kind of hunger right now, but I'm craving like old horror movies, not like new ones. I don't know why. I feel like the new ones are just a little too much. If I watch any new ones, it'd probably be ones I watched already, type shit. Like right now, I feel like watching like whatchamacallit. I haven't got Shudder back again. I might get Shudder this fucking, you know, I might get Shudder again. Just because I miss that shit. I miss having it. But I don't like watching horror movies all the time. That's why I'm like having Shudder. You know? But I might get Shudder again. Because they got some fun shit on there, though. They had a good year last year. The best year I feel like for Shudder was 2020. I don't know what it was, but it was like they had the Mayhem movie. Blend from Walking Dead in that bitch. They had like a lot of good movies. And I felt like also, you know, for, I guess, I don't know about you guys or whatever, but like for people that know me and all that shit, you know, the whole transgender thing going on, you know, I like the fact that they represented like women in these horror movies, and they represented like LGBT characters and shit like that. I feel like and I felt like that. I felt good because I just liked the way like they were not trying to, you know, like straight wash that shit, try to make it wholesome. It was like what it was, you know, like you want to know, and it's like Dragzilla or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh shit, like it's, you know, it's a movie with a drag queen, or like a drag queen is hosting this Halloween thing. It's like, you know what I mean? And they're promoting that shit. I just felt like, oh, this is cool. They're really like inclusive and shit. You know, it was like cool like that. You know, that's what I liked about Shudder and shit. It kind of opened me up more to like, you know, because I already watched like gay movies and trans movies. I watch a lot of different type of movies, but a lot of different type of shit. But you know, it's really cool to just see that shit openly on there. You know, because let's be honest, like a lot of these like services are doing great, like Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu and shit. They all promote like, you know, normal shit, normativity. You know, the mainstream shit. I get that every day, but like those type of things, I just felt like those were like more cool, you know. And I think I like about Shutter too. I feel like it's like even if the movie's like low budget or whatever, it still be like good though, you know. They know how to pick a good movie. What else? So yeah, that's pretty much it. The movie though. Right now I'm on Vampire Diaries season 6. I can't remember what episode I'm on, but like I just probably passed the part where like basically Bonnie got trapped in shit and like some other different dimension and shit or whatever, and in time, in space and time, and now she's like trying to get out, and there's this fucking like witch who's like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because like I feel like shows like that, you just it's like it keeps you going. Is like the fact that some shit happens. I can't even remember it really, because that's how easy these shows can do that shit. It's very dramatized, you know. Something fucking happens which changes the whole shit, and you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to do that. Like if they could do that on every episode, at the same time move the story forward, like you'd be like, oh, she'd be glued to that shit. Like, I think I watched like 2 episodes today. I can't remember. I've been binge watching that shit when it's like it's good. You know, when it starts to be like, oh shit. You know, I think that it makes me feel that way because of the action. It's not really that much action in there, honestly, but it's like the action that is there is like, fuck yeah. You know? Kind of like CW shows and shit, you know? Like the action really don't be there. They just come in there like, you know, like arrow and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? Get the diamonds now! Oh, just like, you know what I'm saying? Bows and arrows and shit, you know what I'm saying? Sing, sing. Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the fucking arrow coming towards you and shit. You'd be like, oh shit. So it's kind of like all that shit. That's why I like it. The romance to me is a little cheesy, but it's alright. You know, it's like I said, it's very mainstream. It's very like, hey, that's my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's watching that shit like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all know y'all just smashed this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. But it's getting good, man. I like where I'm at right now in the show. Basically, the psychopathic witch is like trying to kill these people that are friends, these other witches that are friends with the fucking vampires and shit, and the humans. They're all like this little clique and shit. And it's like basically they're trying to stop him, but they don't know how to. Because he's getting basically stronger and stronger. They don't know how to like basically defeat him. And the witches that the vampires, the main characters are fucking with, basically are like, you know, all siblings and shit. And so it's like they're part of a coven of witches, but like they're a family. They're an actual family. It's part of the whole coven. So it's like kind of weird like that. I don't know. But yeah, I fucking like it though. You know, really because Bonnie and Shay or Black are always down. You know, I'm just saying. But it's like, yeah, it's Bonnie, man. Like Bonnie's just like makes you feel some type of way. She really makes you feel like, oh shit, like, you know, you like wonder, are they gonna get her back, bro? Because like, it's kind of fucked up. This bitch died like 2 times for these motherfuckers. She already died for these motherfuckers. She always sacrifices a lot of shit, you know? Because that's their fucking main bitch. That's their main witch. You know, that's their main bitch, you know? Yeah. Type shit. The CBD really got me indicated up, though. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it, though. Shit, but yeah, man, I mean, them motherfuckers that's what's going on right now on TV and movies and shit. I really don't know what else to say. I mean, that's what that shit's about, honestly. That's all I did today, honestly. All I did was sitting in my garage with the fucking garage door open, waiting for the fucking my package to come today before I went to work, because I didn't want my mom to intercept the fucking package. But she ended up doing that shit, which pissed me off, but whatever. And it's funny because I had to go to work at 5, so I left the house at like 4:30. It came at like 5:57 that I delivered it in my tracking. So I'm like, damn, I got here at 6. Like, man, I was home. And I was like, that's pretty late too. Like when I was a kid, like mail used to come at like 3 o'clock. You know, like after school, I would come home and like mail was coming. But like nowadays and shit, them motherfuckers kind of like. But maybe I think maybe just packages. Maybe the UPS actually had to come by. You know, it was like the mailman. So maybe that's what it was. But shit, I'm gonna fuck with Tweedle Farms. I'm gonna get some more from them. I mean, it was $16 for the whole ounce with the coupon code. So that really fucking was what's up. But honestly, I think my next batch or whatever, after I smoke all this shit, it depends, you know. If I enjoy smoking this and the fact of, and in the sense of like my environment and what I'm doing, then I'm gonna continue smoking this shit. But honestly, I feel like smoking is, I don't really want to do that shit. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I like the vape card, man. But it's like CBD vape cards are way fucking expensive. Like Delta 8's like $20 at the most. But like THCA is like 40, 50, you know. But like CBD's like $40. That's just almost like it's not even 50. I mean, I don't know. It's just like wow, why is it so much? I think it's because CBD is just like very hard to, you know, it's more like an oil based thing in the plant itself versus like trichomes, you know. And so I feel like maybe that's what it is, you know. But I don't know. It's getting small. I'm just chilling though. Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not worried about school. I'm not worried about cars. I'm not worried about nothing right now. I'm actually doing pretty alright. Like, I have clothes to wear. My job is going well. I'm making money every day for the most part, more or less. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I'm not broke. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, I'm broke, but like, I'm not broke. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. You know? So it's just like, to be honest, I need some level of like normativity. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like it took me like 3 weeks to pay for this, so I feel like all the money I spent is gonna be like 3 weeks. You know, I'm gonna have to wait like maybe 3 weeks later after this. It's been like what? I'm about 2 weeks I have my glasses now. So I think like after like this next week, where you know, my paycheck, like I just got paid this week, and then my bank account was like at zero, and like now I just got paid this week. So I think maybe like after next week, not next week Monday, but like the week after that Monday. You know, I think I might be good. Like basically in the mid October, I feel like by mid October, I should be like looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I should be like, well, I say looking pretty. I mean, just you know, just really looking like okay, we're doing all right. You know. You know. Like I feel like that's what I'm gonna have enough money to be like, I can spend my money if I really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't know if I'm gonna do right now because I want to get a hotel to cross dress, but like I have to get a wardrobe, and like I don't really have the means for that either. So it's like, I guess I don't know. You know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that shit because like all that shit. I mean, actually, the hotel just like one night, one day, or whatever. But I feel like I'm not gonna do what I want to do in there as much as I wanted to. So you know, like maybe I could try, but we'll see. I really just want to save more money. I'd rather just save my money at this point. So I'm probably gonna save my money. You know, this whole holiday season, I'm just saving the money this whole holiday. Like, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't even know. I'm literally like not trying to spend no money and shit until like my birthday. But like, I do feel kind of like lonely though, just because it's like, what am I doing? You know, like really though, like I have no friends and shit. I don't go out anymore. Like, I feel like I have no life. It's really weird. I'm not on some like, adventure. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. You know, it's really weird. I just feel like I'm more serious about my like responsibilities and just Make us start have enough, you know? With this whole inflation and everything, like, it's almost like we're in a Great Depression. And it's like, people just had to downgrade and settle for what they had to settle for. And like, now I feel like I'm more focused on, like, my future, you know? Because I know I don't want to work at fucking Little Caesars for the rest of my life, you know? I don't want to do great things. And I know we have a time period where you could do that shit. But at the same time, I feel like that era's over, bro. I feel like that was back in like 2010 to 2010s, like you could do that shit because the internet was still open to like that. But I feel like now it's like you can't really do that shit because of popularity, you know. You know, at least you can't do it so easily. You can't like kind of, you know, jimmy it. You know what I mean? Now it's like you have to like have it together because you're like competing with other like things and shit. And like if you're just not straight, it's gonna look like, well, what the fuck, you know? You know, like I was looking at SoundCloud rappers, and that's why SoundCloud was so cool because it was just like these people are talented as fuck, and they're just like making music on the internet for us to listen to. We have access to it. Like that shit was cool, but like now it's like it don't mean shit. Because you figure out a way to monetize that, make money off it, you can make some money. But like now it's like fuck out of here. You know that hype is done with, and it's like on to the next. I know there's always a new way of, you know, because but still like, you know, it's just like certain things are just, you know. But for me, like I'm not in that era anymore, so I miss that shit. You know, even for my age, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to hit 30 next year in a few months, and it's like that's just going by. It's gonna go by quick, you know. It always does, and it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, am I gonna be at my mom's house just working little seizures the whole time, like not doing shit? And it's like, well, it's not really my choice at this point. You know, I've been trying to get a job all the time. Like people cancel fucking, you know, I had a canceled fucking, you know, interview that I did, and shit was like, wow, like it just shows like having a job nowadays ain't shit. And so like, you can't like, I mean, obviously, but still, you can't make money off of minimum wage shit. It's just not what's up. So I'm looking at it now like, okay, I need to like, you know, really gully up and really like figure out. And then I look at myself in these situations too, and it's like I don't want no rinky-dink job anymore. I don't. Like, I feel like a rinky-dink job is not always just because this. I just don't. I just want something that's gonna. I know I'm gonna be living my best life type shit. Like I want the money, you know. And I want it to be official. Like, I just like routine and patterns and shit, you know. So I just feel like I think this is like best for me to just try to like get a job in like robotics or some shit like that, you know. Do something that's like gonna let me a really good job, and I'm not gonna have to like feel weird or some shit. Cause like, I never really had those prospects in the first place when it comes to like the artistic world or even like chancing it. I come from very like ordinary type of mentality, like being very ordinary, and so that's what I'm dealing with. So I have to like break through that way. So that's when I have to make my money. Fortunately, but it is what it is. I'm not that mad, At least nowadays you work like remote and shit, but like you get what I'm saying. I'm just trying to be more savvy. If that makes sense, but on some a more realistic approach, you know. So that's why I want to go to college because that's what I'm thinking about. Like, what am I gonna do? But then at the same time, like I feel guilty because my whole family goes to college. So my older sister and me. But I feel like honestly, I might just have to try to like get me a fucking skill, like take this money I'm having for Little Caesars instead of like investing in schooling, right? Doing some shit that I have to wear a stupid suit and tie, which I don't want to do. I should like do a trade, or at least just for right now. You know what I mean? I don't know, just so I can get the money, to fucking like have the money, and I can definitely use that money to, try to like move on, you know, get money to go back to school. Because right now, going back to school would be kind of dumb. Like on my little teacher's wage, it's like I can't pay for that shit. You know, like, I'm gonna have to downgrade a lot of shit, like my phone plan and all that shit, which I don't want to do. So I'm thinking maybe just taking this money and getting some training done. Maybe forklift training, just pay for some time of training, and once I get that training or certificate, then I can just go forth from there and actually like do something. You know what I'm saying? It's productive and shit. So that's what I'm thinking about doing right now, just to get the money. And then once I get the money, then I'll take the money and try to get an education to make it official. You know what I'm saying? Because like, oh, this is just not working. Like that's the reason why I feel like I can't go back to my other jobs and all that type of shit, or just even further, because like I don't really have any official skills. And so I think if I get a trade like my CDL, then I can like drive trucks for like certain companies and shit, or just drive trucks in general. You know, and maybe I could do that for like maybe 2 years, right? Save up my money. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see how that work schedule goes down. And if I go back to school with that, you know, like I could be in that shit. Online school and shit, I could just do that shit and then call it a day. It wouldn't even be shit, you know? But that's what I'm thinking about doing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm just like, right now, it's like I'm not doing school. I'm not focused on school at all. I'm not even. And I know I might be fucked up for doing that, but I might be missing shit. But I'm just not worried about it because I'm just not trying to do that shit right now. Just not right now. And I think the deadline is in November for the certificate program, robotics and IT. So it's like, I think I'm pretty, for HHC, Houston Community College. So I think I'm pretty good right now, but it's just like, dude, I don't know. You know? I'm really at that point where I'm just like, right now, I need to be able to fucking like, at least fucking have clothes, shoes that fit me, and be able to have money in my bank account and shit. Like, because right now it's like I have money, but I haven't even touched it, like at all, bro. Like I haven't even touched. I'm not gonna say I haven't touched it at all. I think I have. I'm not exactly sure, but like I think I might have been. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I've touched it at all. Like I've been really not trying to touch my fucking money till like next week Monday. And it's because like I just don't want to touch that shit right now. It's like one of those memes where it's like, or shorts or reels, whatever, that are like, I don't know how to pay the bills. And for Boondocks and shit, I sell crack. And it's just like how you feel when you don't get overtime. That's how I kind of feel right now. Like this week, I don't think I get overtime, so it's like I'm just kind of like I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's just so weird. Like I be at work and like somebody cracked a joke to that. I didn't even know how to laugh at that shit because I just felt like whatever, bro. Like I don't even like them motherfuckers, and that's what I feel so weird about. I'm just quiet, and I don't like when I'm like that, because that's not my personality really. But now I start realizing people don't care because like when I'm in Austin and I tried being myself and outwards, like it just did not work well. Like people really were on some like thinking I was weird or crazy or manic or some shit, and it was just like I don't know, man. It's just really fucking weird. And then I get weirded out when people like want to hang out with me because I don't trust people no more because of all the traumatic shit I've been through. So I'm just like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to fucking crack jokes with you guys, but I don't trust you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's how I personally feel, and it's like that shit weird. Not that I don't trust you. It's just like if I don't show like I'm hard or like, if I give them anything, they're gonna fucking take that shit and run with it. And that's what people do. They're weird like that. So that's why I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So it's kind of like I don't know. So it's really whatever. I don't have nothing to fucking even say. I don't even be thinking about shit when I'm at work, man. I just be in that bitch, just like whatever, bro. I just try to see what the fuck what is there to do and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, it's crazy because I feel like what happened in the store and them just killing us all this shit that's wrong with the store. It was just like, man, I know. That's something the whole time. Like I know their shit. I know, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, like some of the things I don't want to do anymore because I don't want to get in trouble. Like today I ate some wings and it was like, man, I'm not supposed to eat wings. They can fire you for that shit. But it's like, bro, you about to throw them hoes away. It's 3 wings. And they're like, don't eat any wings. And I'm like, this is gonna get awkward. Then they get on the camera and they like can check and see if you like did that shit. And I just don't know. I felt really stupid about that shit. And then like I tried to eat the fucking pizzas and I got like tired of the pizzas. So I was like, that's the reason I was eating the wings and it was just like weird. It's like it's free food, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Do you want to eat that shit? Like not really. I don't know. It's just really weird. So yeah. Like I don't know. I don't like work. Like I don't like my coworkers. They're weird. To me, they're like weird, but not weird. But like I don't like you. They're strange. It's just kind of like I come into work like, how's it going, everybody? Whatever. Like same old, same old. It's fucking make pizzas, pass them out, people buy them, clean up. That's basically what it is. It's like make pizzas, pass them out to people, take their orders, and clean up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And that's consumes enough time to just, and there's the hours are so like here and there. It's like 5 hours here, 6 hours here. Not even 6 hours. I would say 5 hours is not even the fucking, the basic. Like it's always like a 4-hour shift, 4 to 5 hour shift. And I'm just like, man, what the fuck ever, bro. I'm just thinking in my mind like, whatever, bro. Like, whatever. Seriously. Like a 4 or 5 hour shift, like that really ain't shit. It's like whatever. I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna be there for a little bit. I'm gonna come back. Like you know what I mean. That's how you feel like, and now everybody wants like, it's like, I'm about to be there for 4 or 5 hours and I'm about to be gone. It's like, nah, man. That's like, you know what I mean. It's like going shopping or like running errands or something. Like it's like, I really don't like care. Yeah, I see y'all every day, but it's like we working most of the time, so it's like we don't get to really talk to each other like that. So it's just like we're just coworkers. You know what I mean? And so that's why I haven't really like talked to them, like get to know them and shit. So I don't really know what's they find funny or cool. And I just feel like, they're kind of generic, so I know what I'm getting myself into already. And I know that they're not gonna fuck with me, But that's how I kind of feel when I'm in there. It's kind of like whatever. It's like, yeah, let's make pizzas, I really don't care about anything else, But yeah, that's why it's like, whatever. But I'm just trying to, like I said, just try to save all this money up. That's really what I'm trying to do right now. In other words, like I'm not gonna be going out doing shit anymore. Like I don't know if I'm gonna be paying for shit like a lot, but I'm really on some save my money shit now because I just don't have any money, bro. And I'm not gonna have any money with this job. It's like you don't have any money, so it's just something to just save my money, basically. I'm still gonna spend it on certain things. Like I want to cook, make some fucking strawberry barbecue sauce and some fucking orange chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? Orange chicken flavored wings, right? Type shit. I just want to do some other shit, but like, other than that, like, I really don't care. And so I realized that I shouldn't put my job in jeopardy. I don't like that, like, sometimes I don't like the fact that the managers or shift leaders or whatever, they don't fucking follow any directions. That shit pisses me off. I hate the fact that they do that shit. It shit makes you feel some type of way. Like, could you just stop? Like, what the fuck? Anyways. It is what it is. And it's like I said before, it's because most of the shit they said they saw, I know that I did because I'm smarter than most of them niggas, and like, you know what I'm saying? I'm one that actually like does that shit. Like I'm most of the cashier, so I know all the shit he's saying was basically me. Yeah. That's why I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna call it though. It's getting kind of late. My blunt's already been over. We're gonna pass an hour now. But yeah, it just gets boring sometimes, you know. Like honestly, sitting there watching Vampire Diaries and all these movies and shit, it's exciting, but it's like honestly, shit's boring as fuck. It's honestly boring. It's not that exciting as I would want it to be, but it's like going out and in the streets and shit type shit. Like I don't know if that's a thing now I can do. You know, I don't know if that's like really what that is. You know. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's just like I don't know now. Like I think what it comes down to is that I'm happy to just live this boring life. It's just that I wish that, like, for example, right now, I wish I was in my own crib, you know, with like a background that says CBD groupie or some shit. Not even some like extra shit. Just on some, you know, like the Smoke Doctor when he first made his channel, and he was just like, you know what I mean, type shit. Not on that extent, but just to be able to do that. I wish I was in my own home, like smoking legal or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, like in my own home, type thing. That's what I feel like. So I can just be myself. So I can cross dress. But right now, I wouldn't say I want to cross dress and I can't do it. It's more like I literally, you know, have no money. If I had buku money right now, I'd have been got a wig. I would have been got this and that. Would have been fucking got the hotel, a nice hotel too. Like, but I'm like, I can't do that shit. I'm broke as fuck right now. So that's just kind of like itching me. And then it's like there's like dysphoria that I start to feel because you know these feelings don't go away, and like there's different parts of you within this overall identity that you know that you want to express, you know, and it's just really weird to like not be able to actually be able to do that, you know, to like love a woman on a woman as a woman, you know what I'm saying, or to be loved on as a woman by a man. It's like you don't get to have those feelings because it just goes against everything that you know your surroundings allows you to do, because it's like if I do that, you get what I'm saying, like I'm gonna be seen as a certain way, and I can sit here and I can deal with that, but it's like I don't know how to deal with that. You get what I'm saying? And so it's like it's gonna have me in a situation where, like I said before, happening back in Austin, and so that's why it's kind of like I'm just straight acting now, and it's like I don't know how to feel about that, you know. And that's what I kind of feel like is like the problem right now. Like that's what's giving me a lot of dysphoria on that aspect. So I feel like that shit is just like fantasy, you know, and that's not my position right now, you know. Like I feel like that shit's just fantasy. It's just something to like, kink out about. Like that's why I say I don't know. I was like watch porn. It's because porn is fantasy. It's just it could be in the fantasy realm of like kink, porn, sissification, or just cross-dressing in general, just enjoying the fashion of a woman, or drag queening. You know what I'm saying? Like those different outlets. You know what I'm saying? Are definitely something I can get into. Because transgender people can be in that within themselves. You get what I'm saying? And that's what makes it kind of nice too, because those feelings are still there and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So you meet people like cross-dressers that might be taking just estrogen, like me, like taking peripheral and Mirifica and shit. You know what I'm saying? So things like that really helps me figure things out for myself. But when it comes down to like you know I don't even know at this point. It's just weird. It's like, man, like where am I at now with this shit? Like, I don't know. It just feels weird. Like I used to love living every single day when I was in my early 20s. I said living every day. I love to like watch good cartoons, chill. I was at the other day. I had a day off. I think I was in the morning. My mom was there watching cartoons because we have TV fix finally. Off the Cartoon Network, I'm watching Clarence. That shit was funny as fuck. I was just watching regular ass TV, watching the news, watching like shit, and I felt fucking good watching that shit. But I also felt like weird because it was just like, yeah, back in my mind, like it's not like it used to be. Like this is not my house. Like I bring my friends over, we just get high in my mom's backyard and then like watch Clarence and shit. Like the fuck, yeah, watch a regular show and shit. Like, but it's like now, like why would I do that shit? Like that shit's dumb as fuck. Like it's like I'm a grown man. It's like that. I would never do that shit now, like at all whatsoever. That's my mom's house. Like I would do that in my own house. I'd be sitting there smoking a fucking blunt in my house, watching Clarence and shit, type shit, you know. But at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like work is just better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like work is just better. You know, I hate to say that because the Capricorn in me, but like that's what I feel like. Like staying busy with work and focusing on the money right now, and my future money and where I want to be in life is best. You know, because that's how you make that shit happen. I mean, honestly, you know, like not just that, but like focusing on your money and focusing on like where you want to live, who you want to like, just creating your own life. You know what I mean? Like even these glasses right here were kind of like a risk, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not normal looking glasses. They're kind of like looking like the old school 80s glasses, nerdy glasses, but at the same time they're kind of like cool because they have the metal on them now. They're like plastic and thick and weird, you know, colors and like tweeted colors and shit, you know? And so like I saw a lot of fucking